Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
We do.
And we're going to open with prayer. Our dear God, creator of all, we would like to thank you for the gift of life. And on this day in particular, we want to especially thank you for the joy that Whitney and John have found in each other and for the promises they make before you. Please bless our families and friends who are present with us on this special occasion. And we pray, oh God, that you remain with Whitney and John as they partner together in marriage. Grant to them and to all of us love and understanding all of our days. Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated, please. So good afternoon. Welcome to a beautiful February day in Alabama. Whitney and John would like to welcome you to this most important day in their lives. And they're going to face each other during this ceremony, and they're going to hold hands and gaze into the eyes of the person they've chosen to live the rest of their lives with. They encourage each of you to now leave behind your worries and concerns of everyday life and to join them in the celebration of their marriage. And of course, we are here to witness and to celebrate the uniting of them in this marriage. You're taking your first step of a new beginning, a new life together. Whitney, John, you both well know that today is just another step in your life as partners, lovers, husband and wife. Years ago you met as you took first steps towards new lives. Separately, a journey that not only changed your individual lives, but led to your meeting and the joining of your hearts as one. So today you're making this public declaration of what's taken place in your hearts and giving recognition to the fact that your marriage is a journey. A lifelong commitment that takes attention and nurturing throughout your lifetime together. The ability and the desire of one human being to love another is perhaps the most precious and fulfilling gift that's been entrusted to us. It's an all-consuming task, a lifelong endeavor, the journey that most of us have been preparing for all of our lives. Loving someone is the reason that we stretch beyond our limits to become more for the sake of the other. It is to look into the soul of your beloved and to accept what you see. Loving is the ultimate commitment which challenges humans to become all that they're meant to be. So as you join in marriage today, John and Whitney, you're announcing to the world that you are welcoming this challenge. And it is the desire of everyone that knows and loves you guys that you have a happy and a successful marriage. But happiness in a marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage has to be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's never taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with a honeymoon, but should continue throughout all the years. It's a mutual sense of values and common objectives, and it's standing together, facing the world, and it's forming a circle of love that gathers in the entire family. It's doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It's speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's not expecting John to wear a halo or Whitney to have the wings of an angel. It's not looking for perfection in each other. You'll be highly disappointed. It's cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and I cannot emphasize enough a good sense of humor. Having a capacity to forgive and to forget. And it's giving each an atmosphere in which each can grow. It's a common search for the good and the beautiful. It's establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, the dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. Ogden Nash summed this up in great brevity when he penned these words. He wrote, to keep your marriage brimming with love and a loving God. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. But whenever you're right, shut up. Usually I get amens for that. So John and Whitney, by coming here today, you've reached a crossroads in your lives. You're turning away from your yesterdays and you're looking ahead to your tomorrows. Your past becomes a distant memory. Your future, a waiting adventure. It's a new dawn, a new commitment of life. The bonds that you're forging here today will change your life forever. So John, you take Whitney to be the wife of your days, the companion of your heart, the friend of your life, to stand united in the face of adversity, and to bask together in the light of good fortune. With these words spoken and those yet unspoken, do you wish to marry Whitney and join your life to hers to death do you part? I do. And Whitney, do you take John to be the husband of your days, the companion of your heart, and the friend of your life, to stand united in the face of adversity and bask together in the light of good fortune? With these words spoken and those yet unspoken, do you wish to marry John and join your life with his to death do you part?
I do.
This again is a new beginning for the both of you, and I'd like to offer some gentle reminders to ease the lifelong task of living and growing together. To be kind to each other. And when you do disagree, which you will, do so respectfully. Be gentle and forgiving with each other. When you forgive, your hearts make room for a little more love, a little more understanding, and a little more compassion. Communicate with each other. Share not only the joy that's in your heart, but the sorrow that burdens your souls. And open your hearts to each other to find the love that's still there. So John, if you will now gaze at this beautiful bride of yours and share your vows after me, please. Are you ready? I, John, take you, Whitney.
I, John, take you, Whitney.
Don't make me remind you to look at her, not me. These things I promise you.
These things I promise you.
I'll be faithful to you,
I'll be faithful to you,
honest with you,
honest with you,
respect you,
respect you,
trust, help, and care for you.
trust, help, and care for you,
I'll share my life with you.
share my life with you.
I'll forgive you as we have been forgiven,
I'll forgive you as we have been forgiven.
and I will try
And I will try
with you better to understand ourselves,
with you better to understand ourselves,
the world and God,
the world and God,
through the best and the worst
through the best and the
of
worst
what is to come,
of what is to come,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
And Whitney, are you ready? I, Whitney, take you, John,
I, Whitney, take you, John,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
These things I do promise you.
These things I do promise you.
I'll be faithful to you,
I'll be faithful to you,
honest with you,
honest with you,
respect you,
respect you,
trust, help, and care for you.
trust, help, and care for you.
I'll share my life with you.
I'll share my life with you.
I will forgive you as we have been forgiven.
I'll forgive you as we have been forgiven.
I will try with you to better understand ourselves,
I'll try with you to better understand ourselves,
the world and God,
the world and God,
through the best and the worst
through the best and the worst
of what is to come,
of what is to come,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
John and Whitney, you're standing here and you're holding hands. I'd like for you to take a moment and focus on the hands. It's holding yours. I want you to see the gift they are to you. For these are the hands of your best friend that's holding yours on your wedding day, promising to love you and to work together as you build your future. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need strength, tenderness when you need tenderness, and of course love when you need love. And these are the hands that will countless times wipe tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. And these are the hands that will also hold all those whom you love. And these are the same hands that even when wrinkled and aged, years from now, will still be searching for your hands, still seeking the love, the encouragement, and support that each of you seeks from the other. So now we've heard your vows, which have been shared, but words once spoken are carried away in the wind. Therefore, we have the wedding band. It becomes a visible symbol of the promises that you've made to each other. So John, if you'll take Whitney's ring, and as you place it on her left-hand ring finger and point her hands so your cameras and the guests can see it go on, and repeat to her with this ring, I do wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
And Whitney, as you place it on John's left-hand ring finger, repeat with this ring, I do wed.
With this ring, I thee wed. Got too small.
Just remember, the harder it is to get on, the harder it is to get off. I think over here on this little table, John, did you construct this box?
I wish.
You wish? It looks good. It's got the names and the day of this wedding on the top of that box. They're going to create a romantic time capsule. And on the eve of this very important day, I instructed them to write love letters to each other. Neither has read what the other's written. They're sealed in these envelopes. Their marriage, like all marriages, will have those moments of turbulence. First of all, I would suggest that they keep that box prominently displayed at their home. So that when Whitney gets mad at John, like that never happened, right? She'll see that box and say, well, I did love him at one time. And she'll want to know what his letters say, right?
Oh, yeah.
So John is going to step over there and he's going to place those letters in that box and close the lid, and that's going to be a time capsule for their relationship, their marriage. The hope is they wait for their first anniversary. In a private celebration at home, they bring that box out, and then they open their letters on their first anniversary and share them. To bring them back to this moment. But it doesn't end there, because on the anniversary they write 2 new love letters. So in essence, they're keeping a diary of their relationship, and they can sense how they're growing together over the years. Make it very special. So even though they've created this in front of you, it's a very private and personal thing for them. So guys, now we're ready for the most important part of this ceremony. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. John Whitney, you stood before me and before this wonderful crowd of your closest family and friends, those that are most precious to you. They've come to share their love with you and witness your love for each other. You joined your hands. You've exchanged very powerful words of commitment and vows to each other, and you exchanged rings. So it's my privilege, by the powers vested in me by God in the state of Alabama, to pronounce you husband and wife. John, you can finally kiss your wife. Everybody, I don't know if you're roll tide or wrong, or you have your all out, but act like it's supposed ball game, and welcome for the first time, Mr. Whitney John. They're gonna step outside with their family and do a few more things.
Now we're